everyone. Hello everyone. This is Benjamin Hill. Welcome to today's class. I hope everybody enjoyed this week. This week was very tremendous. We love God, and we are thankful to Him for this wonderful week. So right now, I hope everybody is set for us to start this video, and it's gonna really be a great time. It's gonna be a great time. So right now, we are going to be learning some things. Okay. So we're going to be learning some things. Um, we're going to be learning beginners. We're going to be learning how to play the scales. But before we learn how to play the scales, chords, and various progressions, it is vital that we learn the notes on the piano and how they relate to one another. And I am assuming that you haven't learned this yet. If you have, simply skip this lesson of the course. The best way to transcribe the notes on the piano is by comparing them to the notes of the alphabet. In fact, the notes of the piano actually borrow the first 7 notes of the alphabet, which is your A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Each note differs in sound. Below are all 7 notes of the piano, which is this. So I think, yeah. So this is the 7 notes. We have 7 notes. 7 notes. So that is 7 notes. That's for beginners. I just want to clarify this. And now, um, what are octaves? Well, octave is from here to here. Here to here is an octave. Here to here is an octave. That's an octave. So each note simultaneously, sorry. The notes above are said to be octaves, like there's this, and then from the note C is to the piano what the letter A is to the alphabet. Yeah, the middle C marks the center of the piano. The middle C marks the center of the piano. So the C major is also the easiest and the simplest scale of the 12. As you know, sorry, I just played minor. Sorry. So you know that the easiest and the simplest scale of the 12. So it consists of all the white keys, and it's easy to learn. It's very very easy to learn. So we are gonna go from learning. But before we learning our major, we have to know what the black keys are. Now you have some experience with the white keys of the piano, so we're going to introduce the black keys right now. So you have had any music experience. If you have any music experience or have been around musicians, you have definitely heard the word sharp or flat. Then if you have heard the word flat or sharp, then these terms are the names given to the black keys of the piano. So this is C sharp, which is your D flat, D sharp, which is your E flat, F sharp, which is your G flat, G sharp, which is your that's your A flat, A sharp, which is your B sharp. That will describe a lot of things on the keyboard. As it's shown in the screen there, you see a lot of things written there. So that is all for black keys, but actually it has 2 different names, which is the sharp and the flats. The sharp and the flats. So that's what it's called. It's SHARP and FLAT. That's the flat. It's not flat tummy. You get. Yeah, that's by the way. Anyway, to recap, if you're referring to the note directly to the right C, you would use C sharp. Yeah, that is here. But if you're referring to the note directly to the left of D, you will use D flat, which I've already said that. So keep in mind that C sharp and D flat share the same key and sound exactly the same. So that is it. This is your C sharp and then your D flat. So that is for the all for sharp and all for sharp. So now we're gonna go to the next phrase. We're gonna now go to the next phrase, which we'll be learning on. Wait, let me go through my notes here. Okay, we're gonna learn on. Hope you guys are having a good time, man. Cause I'm having a really really good time. Well, let's enter into major scales, which all of you know your major scales. Now, listen very carefully. Major scales is very, 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 very important. You know your major scales in 12 keys because you cannot just play the re mi fa. You can't just play that. You have to understand the major scales in all 12 keys. And the way some guys I have met abroad, they don't call it all keys. Like, have you learned all keys before? They call it major scale. Like, they call it circle of the fifth and circle of the fourth. That's what they call it. They don't call it. You don't ask somebody, do you know how to play the all keys? Then you'll be like, yes, I know how to play the all keys. But for as a professional, it's called circle of the fifth and of the fourth. What do I mean? Circle of the fifth. That is you. Circle of the fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 in the key of C. So we're gonna do it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 7 in the key of C. Now the fourth of key of C. We're going to be using key of C. The fourth of key of C is F. Why is it F? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you want to know the circle of the fifth, you have to bounce back. But right now, let us bouncing back for the intermediate. Bouncing back, if you want to know that this is you want to know your circle of the fifth, then you have to now play this. That is your circle of the fifth is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is back to that C. Now for the beginners, let me come down to your level. Right now, the circle of the fourth goes like this. Now, I'm not going to start giving you too much theories. I'm not a man of theories, but you have to understand what I'm doing here. Of course, you have to understand. Thank God the screen is here to provide a lot of things for you. Now, the circle of the fourth, let me use applying major scales to circle of the fourth. Applying circle of the fourth to major scales in all keys. Now look at how it works. C is the fourth of F. Now, when you are playing your keys major scale on key C, you discover that there is some things you see there that are major. Now, in order to, let me just break it down to let me understand it. In order to get to F, because in every fourth of every key you have to play every major of every fourth of every key. Am I correct? Yeah. That one will be for another day. If you want me to break it down more and more and more for you, then you DM me. I'm on Facebook, Benjamin Hill. I'm on Instagram, Benjamin Hill. That is my name, and I am also on WhatsApp. But if you DM me in these various social medias, you check me out, and then I'll give you what you need to do and procedures. That's if you need to a little more understand. But right now, this is a YouTube video, so let's get on with it. Now, this is circle of the fourth. As C to F, circle of the fourth. Now you have to play F. Now you now think of F. Wow, how can I play this? It's just easy. It's not hard. Okay, all you have to do is just every do re mi fa. Let me use so fa because everybody understands so fa. Do re mi fa sol la ti. You have to always flatten your T in every key. In every key you're playing, in every fourth of every key you're playing. What do I mean? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. You have to flatten it to here. That will give you A sharp for those of us who understand music. Now, Now it's not going to pronounce like it's not going to sound like this. You're not going to play your T. Remember, you're not going to play your T. So that's how it's going to sound. Okay. Now in case that you have as you have played it, then you play on your F. You can now play your F major scale. You see the magic? Now F major scale is from here. Remember, you have this T not to play. It's not going to be here. So you're going to play like this. You see the magic? The only black key you touch right now is A sharp. That's the only black key. One sharp. So the more it enters into another 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the more it enters into another 4, it always expands. The more you enter, the more you circle on the 4th, then you know it changes. It moves from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 sharp to 6 sharp. 6 sharp is actually the last one. Yeah, if you go on Google, just browse circle of the 5th in 12 major scales. You see the diagram. There's a circle there. So that's how it is. Okay. So if you check it, that's how it is. So the same thing with here. So you know that we have already flattened our 1 in C. So you're going to flatten. It's going to be 2 flats now. It's going to be 2 sharps, 2 black keys. You're going to play in key F. Then what are you going to flatten? Is going to be do re mi fa. That's your T. Remember what I said, solfa T. I don't want to make it too complex for you. Everybody knows solfa. Do re mi fa sol la ti do. Yes, you know it. So this is how it is. That's for F. Then you have to flatten your T. Then if you flatten your T, you can able to play this key. That is a B flat. That's you see it. Remember, this key you're not gonna play it. This key you're not gonna play it. Remember, all those things you flatten, all those keys you flatten, you're not going to play it. You grab. If you grab, tell me I hear you. Yeah, that's what they say in church. But actually, that is it. So the more you do, the less you see. The same thing with on B flat. The more you see it, then you're going to flatten your. You're going to have 3 sharps, no more 2 again. It's going to be 3. So like that. So you're flattening your T. Remember, you have this. Then. So now you can have. So you can now able to play it. Remember. So remember, 4th of this is E flat. Then E flat, you're going to flatten 3 now, which is this. You're going to flatten the T of this key at this A sharp. That is this is a T. Do re mi fa sol la ti. This is a T. So it's not going to be this one. So it's now. No, sorry. So it's not going to be it. So once you have gotten it, you now play your T. You now play your E flat. So that's how it is. So that's how it is. That's all for this. So as it goes, it pluses, it adds and keep on adding till it gets to C. 6 is actually the last sharp. This last sharp. That's C sharp. So that's we have correct fingerings, which is your left, your right hand. 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 for right hand, then 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3. So it's opposite to the right. It's opposite to the right. So that's how it is. That is for beginners and intermediates. Now let's get over to